Everything comes down to this moment. One game, one chance. 90 minutes that could define not just our season, but the very direction of this football club. Chelsea Football Club faces Nottingham Forest in the last game of the Premier League season, and make no mistake, this is a must-win. Because if we win, we qualify for the Champions League. We return to the biggest stage in European football. And after everything this club has been through, we cannot afford to miss this opportunity. This season has been a wild journey. From early inconsistency, injuries, tactical confusion, and players still learning to gel, to a strong finish that has reignited belief, hope, and pride in this badge. We've turned it around when many had written us off. There was a time this season when people laughed at the idea of Chelsea playing in Europe, let alone the Champions League. Yet, here we are, 1 point behind Newcastle. One final match that can send us above them and back into the top 4. For a club like Chelsea, Champions League football is not a luxury. It's a necessity. It's where we belong. It's where our history lives. From that magical night in Munich in 2012 to the dominance of 2021, Chelsea has always had a special relationship with the Champions League. And for the future we are building, young talents like Palmer, Mudryk, Enzo, Caicedo, Nkunku, and the rest, we cannot have them playing on Thursday nights. These players need to be battling against the best clubs in Europe, under the brightest lights, on Tuesday and Wednesday nights, not Thursdays. A win today is not just 3 points. It's validation. Validation of the project, of the rebuild, of the sacrifices made, and of the trust the fans have shown. It's a signal to Europe that Chelsea is back. It helps us in the transfer market, brings in money, brings in exposure, brings in confidence, and most importantly, brings back that fear factor. No one fears a Europa League Chelsea. But a Champions League Chelsea? That's different. That's dangerous. That's deadly. Think of the momentum. Think of how we've finished this season. We've gone from mid-table mockery to one of the most informed teams in the league. Our last 5 games, 4 wins. We've found our rhythm. We've found our identity. And now we need to finish the job. It would be heartbreaking to come this far and fall short by a single point, especially when we know we have the talent, the hunger, and the form to do it. We cannot afford to depend on Newcastle slipping up. We have to take destiny into our own hands. Beat Nottingham Forest and let the rest talk later. And don't think this will be easy. Forest will fight. They've had a solid season and will want to finish strong. But this is not their moment. This is ours. Stamford Bridge, the badge, the fans, the history, all of it demands a win. No excuses. We don't play for second best. We're not tourists in this league. We are Chelsea. We've seen legends rise from the Champions League. Drogba, Lampard, Terry. This new generation deserves the same stage. The pressure is on, yes, but this is what being at a top club is about. It's about rising when everything is on the line. It's about making nights like tonight count. If there's any pride left in this shirt, if there's any ambition in this project, then we cannot walk off that pitch tonight with anything less than 3 points. So to the players, play like it's the last game of your lives. Fight for every tackle, every pass, every ball. Be ruthless. Be clinical. Be Chelsea. Because when that final whistle blows, there should be no regrets. Only celebration. Only pride. Only Champions League football confirmed. Let's do it. One last push. For the badge, for the fans, for everything. Come on, Chelsea. Bring the Champions League back home.